Hello everyone, and welcome back to Star Wars, Knights of the Republic 2. Gotta remember the 2. One thing I don't exactly like about this is how they changed the layout on things. Like, this is fine. If there was a bit more, well, you have to still look over things. It tells you, but it doesn't tell you what they are until you look at them. Just, some things feel, you know, the UI is a bit weird after going from the first one. It's not as bad as like going from like Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2, but still. Don't worry, I couldn't get that sniper rifle because apparently installing that sniper rifle, using the inventory editor to add it, causes the save to break. So I had to create new saves. But I did add the Blast Deck E11s. 'Cause yay. No game. I had that. Don't decrypt my weapons for no reason. And we can still do this. So then, here's the part where I forget where I'm actually supposed to be going. That's emergency.
Emergency lockdown is in effect.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to call
Turbolifts have been sealed.
Forgot about that. That's it. Check the logs. Let's look at the logs.
Tracted the freighter in. Was lucky it wasn't destroyed when it drifted into the asteroid field. Not much on board. One damaged droid, one annoying protocol droid, and a lot of bodies. Sent the survivor to medical and the others to the morgue. Didn't recognize the ship's ID code, so we transmitted it to the Republic for some answers. Questioned the protocol droid about what happened. Says his master, the survivor I guess, was on the Republic ship the Harbinger when it suffered an engine failure. He says the survivor was a passenger on the vessel and a Jedi. If so, that's gonna mean trouble.
Don't mean trouble.
Inventoried the bodies and cargo. Everything matches the protocol droid's story. The T3 droid had seized up, so we left it in storage and standby mode. Don't know what code will access it. It could be it's voice activated for all we know. We put the protocol droid to work in maintenance, sorting the mining droid comm routines and updating the recognition sensors. And to shut him up. When the survivor recovers, hopefully we can get him off this station before there's a...
Okay, so he sent the protocol droid to do what now?
Inventoried the bodies and cargo. Everything. The T3 droid. We put the protocol droid to work in maintenance, sorting the mining droid comm routines and updating the recognition sensors. And to shut him up. When the survivor recovers, hopefully we can get him off this station before there's a...
Or the ones that are turning against them. Starting to see a picture here, aren't we?
Trouble between the work shifts. Word of the Jedi leaked out and the miners aren't sure what to do with her. Korta's mining crew wanted us to collect the credits for the bounty the Exchange has on Jedi, but I put a stop to that. We're contacting Telos to get the Republic records on the Jedi, but nobody will know word from the Republic. But I've sent out a broadcom transmission for records on this Ebon Hawk. One of the miners said it used to be a smuggling vessel. Accidents are making the miners restless. The droid behavior course must be undergoing some kind of binary decay. 2 miners were drilled by a droid's mining laser, and those blasts in the ventilation tunnels nearly caused the whole facility to blow.
There we go. He sent the protocol droid to access the mining droids, and yet the mining droids are doing this stuff, so... I don't know, it's just a dorm droid, no response. Let's send the hangar bay. The answer is that there's a search location where there's a beast. There's a UTO droid. Is there one there? And you're dying up the wrong instructions. Beep. Control that main station again, lots of trouble left. Beep. Oh, so beep. play as T3, because you know, as I said, T3 gets more story stuff in this than compared to KOTOR 1. Oh, it's a journal entry. Yeah, we gotta go rescue her. The thing is, no, I don't have the. I can't use it. Doesn't have the feet. Well, I can always change them. Ooh, competitor use. Shock arm. No pacifier. That's stunned at least. No armor. Mining lasers. But I want those. What was your stats? Alright, we need to change your stats. So then, I guess we'll be right back now that we're playing as T3. So it's weird though, I could change both. There's both the regular thing for, like, who you're playing as. Then there's the NPC thing. So I had to change things on both the NPC T3 and on the T3 we're playing as. So that's weird. Also I gave him, yeah. Fortunately I gave him those since he's not level 4, but I don't even know if he can put points into those actually. Got weapon specialization blaster pistols. So now he can has. Yay. Don't know what to do for alt weapons. I got scatter pistols if I really want to, but yeah. So now we're gonna go around and loot things. Repair kits, which are useful. Don't use that security. Security was over at Sid, so there was that going on. But actually, I think it was a bad idea. Also, Sid door. I don't really know where I'm going, by the way. Like, I have some general idea, but yeah. Also, Devon Hawk looks fine. Looks like they repaired it decently. But yeah, it's like I have, you know, like I'm not entirely 100% sure where I'm supposed to go. There's the black droids. Damage. 0% from removed from this console and laser droids when used on a number of systems. Well, you know, we could replace the missing parts. We could run diagnostic. Emergency subsystems real. As with records, emergency subsystems have a real to appear deeper compared to them. They can actually have been burned out from mine laser. Well, just stats emergency subsystems. After precision advancing base. Well, couldn't I just use these spikes that I conveniently have? No. The powder gonna not. Okay, well I could do that. Oh fuck, I forgot to look into that one thing, didn't I? Transfer, asteroid orbiter, search that. Oh, well it's locked. Oh, fine. That says to hang a lot.
A lot of cargo from the Jedi's freighter is being stored in the secure cargo hold until we can pass it through the quarantine checks. And as requested, all the programming spikes the security officers wanted confiscated have been stored there as well. to prevent further system compromises. The secure cargo hold should be safe enough. If anybody wants to break into it, they'd have to blow it open with explosives.
I probably actually cheated since I'm not supposed to have my computer spikes, but oh well.
Who ordered the mining droids to repair that Jedi's freighter? I come in here off the work shift and 3 of them are repairing the port stabilizers? Did I miss something? Is somebody planning a trip? Because orders were that the hangar was to be locked down ever since that Jedi arrived. I don't know what maintenance is up to, but you can't just commission droids for repairs, especially with half the work shifts in medbay. Those droids are needed to repair the ventilation tunnels before gas builds up to terminal levels. It's not like that ship can go anywhere anyway. Even if it had the asteroid orbital drift charts, the navicomputer's been voice-locked. You'd need the access code to get it spaceworthy. Considering this latest droid commission breach, I'm putting the droids in this section under the control of the current dock officer. If anyone sends commands to the mining droids outside this terminal, I'll be forced to enact full override. Looks like those droids got the vessel working again, even with all the damage it had taken. The maintenance officer still won't admit ordering them to fix it, though. Regardless, still no luck accessing the navicomputer. It's been voice-locked. Maybe by one of the corpses we found on the ship, like the old woman. If so, that ship isn't going anywhere, unless we rip out the navicomputer and put in a new one. If we even had one to spare. The only reason someone would lock their navicomputer is to hide their astrogation charts. Someone didn't want us to know where that ship was going, or where it had been. Only smugglers do that, or someone with something to hide. That Jedi's got a lot of questions to answer.
Okay, well then, the hangar, main cargo hold, secure comm room. TCFC appears to have been destroyed many days ago. Oh no. So it could do that. I blew up loot. I think I blew up loot. Okay, well, we could do that. Think of a map, yay. Okay. Yeah, it's so they want us to go that way, right? So obviously we don't want to go that way. Oh, hi. Okay. Well, these blasters are doing damage. So what was in here? Oh, that we blew the door open. That probably destroyed loot. Hey, look. Competitor spikes that you could have used for what we just did. There's that we could go down this way. But yeah, we could go down this way. But it's like, why do I want to go this way? There's a lot of areas and no real sense of direction. Like, do I want to go to the Progress Fair Depot? Do I want to go back to that one door? It's like, question mark? So these here are fuel tubes. Oh, so high. Yeah, okay, thanks for And then there's a data pad there. Oh, so deadly sonic mines. Oh, I didn't realize it was gonna pop up with the data pad when I just hit it up. First, the field lines I found 3 sonic charges attached inside. Check the warlords and no droids have been in the area. I tried to contact the carrier as soon as I found the Focus, I can't just get signal. I remember this to be more generous. I'll keep this focus on me until I can put them in a secure hold in the hangar. So now apparently when you loot data pads, they just read the data pad. Well, that's interesting. Do it. Fuck's sakes, game. We stopped doing that. It's like here I am trying to loot things. It's like, by the way, we're just gonna pop up with this. So, from what I've gathered, this is just a loot mostly and some information. There is an actual way to progress. I guess some of that stuff would have helped get through some other stuff. Also, I want to point out the fact that we were in the thing and it didn't move. Now there's more droids. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they decided that spider-like droid. Well, transform it. Well, spider, crab, whatever. I mean, it's still done. Yeah, why aren't you like a spider? But still, why did they decide this? Poor droid. Oh my gosh, we're gonna go up and do this way. Now. Because we haven't gone through this way yet. Now only click once. Come on. Peace. Now we might be just a tad overpowered. I mean, here's one thing that bothers me though, is I can't actually see the damage. Oh, never mind, I can. 1340. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a... Okay. These guns might be a bit too overpowered if you think about it. Because, okay, so the damage is 3 out of 20, which is pretty high. Then shouldn't they not have all those? Like, I'm pretty sure those were what you got for upgrading the guns in KOTOR 1. So, yeah, that's why it's 13 out of 40. But, 13 to 40 damage potential. Plus not on this one, because we aren't expecting, you know, 2 weapons flying, really. But still, that's a lot of damage. Because, yeah. Like, compared to the scatter blaster. That's a lot of damage. Huh. Weird. And these guns may be just a bit overpowered. Just a lot. Because I didn't realize they were going to be like, well, that. Because that's basically how they were in KOTOR 1, fully upgraded with those benefits. If you're always curious what I can look at my armor, well, I can. I go through here. Is this fully upgraded? No, this isn't fully upgraded. Huh. Weird. That almost makes me feel like I should do this. Where is it? Oh, so there's no hard, there's just easy, normal, or difficult. Yeah. I'm probably gonna feel difficulty They don't. So how's my defense? 18? With no armor? Okay. 18 with no armor. Fortunately, because that's go here from the hangar. So we can't go that way. And doesn't get the same thing then. So why do we do this? Well, there's something in there. This don't show it's going to dodge it sealed. But it's a metal case thing. Also mine. Strict mentions there are super images on it. How new program has been initiated. Keep it from opening even if the lockdown is cancelled. There's no way to shut down the force field. You get even the showroom. This means entering inside the facility effectively get cut off from the hangar bay. That's not good. Frame system off. Our slides into the field deeper prepares to create a phantom field leak. See if the area where force fields contain the blast. Call for emergency systems commands. Open the emergency hatch from the progress administration level. Huzzah. Oh, so by the way, BD, not good.
So, how long have you been a Jedi? Must be tough, you know. No family, no husband.
Enter, are you seriously trying to do this? Yeah. No definitely doing force number experiment.
Hey, I wasn't trying to... Hey, what do you know? A little cargo cylinder came through.
What's in it? We're around this end.
If he got the turbo lifts working, then we should have a clear run to the hangar.
Well, no, lockdown matters. I don't open the emergency hatch.
Wait. Don't tell me you're taking that hatch down into the mining tunnels. Are you? That explosion I heard came from below. There's probably nothing down there except superheated rock and collapsed blast tunnels. You'd be an idiot to go down there.
Well, it's dangerous, Joe.
Me? You're the Jedi. If one of us has to go, then it's you. Guardians of peace and justice throughout the galaxy, last I heard.
Okay, I apologize. Don't make me angry. No, I really want to stay.
There's no way I'm going down there. You might as well lock me up again if you freed me just to throw me into a nest of Gundarks.
Oh, hey, Gundarks. Gundarks were in Star Wars The Republic. And besides, they were technically the actual thing. Like the hell they were in Star Wars. Galactic Battlegrounds. Fine. We got to think out you can help our way out and leave you.
I'll take coward over stupid any day. I'll keep the comlink on just in case you need some help. Not that I'll come running, mind you.
Here's your comlink. Our Marathon can I use it to contact you or help you. Dark side. So yeah, by the way, what was I gonna do? Shit, my mind just stopped. It's something I was gonna look into, but I forgot. Totally forgot. Also 9. Well, I'm down to my main hand. My offhand. And I even have points in two-handed fight, don't I? Yeah. Where's my defense strength? 5. Oh shit, now I remember. We have comm spikes, right? So we're gonna do this. Think that right? Is that the emergency? Yeah, that is the emergency way. So I have to go that way anyway. So we're gonna go all the way back here. You know, just cause. Can't go through that emergency glass door. Wait, what?
Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbolifts have been sealed. To contain these.
We've already destroyed that door. That reminds me. Oops. Terminal over here that I should look into, right? No, not those. Time to check that. Dream was removed by remote from a network console from the facility. Not Jones' location, but you would recognize the ID signature if you access the console. How am I going to remember 34-103? But hey, get your entry and journal entry. Oh, so hi. What's up?
Yes? What have you found?
Keep hearing voices.
Ah, yes, I noticed that as well. It may be that our proximity during our long slumber may have had unforeseen consequences.
Unforeseen consequences.
We seem to be able to speak without speaking. Perhaps this effect will pass with time.
Okay, just stare at my head.
I have little choice, and neither do you. It is an advantage to us both, and I suggest we make use of it.
Okay. Well, you just stay here and do whatever it is you do. I'm gonna go this way. Oh, so I realized the music skipped in again, and that pisses me off. Cause you realize we can't do that game. We can't have music. Cause fucking Disney says we can't. Maybe Creed triggers music and that's gonna be a problem because I can't mute it because it's already muted.
Can you read me?
I swear I was playing music again too. That's what I thought you agree.
What did you say? Your signal's crammed with static. There's a lot of interference down there, probably caused by that explosion. Still, it looks like there's a route down to the Paragas fuel depot. If the passages haven't collapsed, that explosion knocked out most of the sensors. There should be an emergency crate in the next room. Watch yourself. There's a lot of droid broadcasts in that area, but I can't pin them down. Will do. And be careful down there.
So here's minor uniform, so we can wear that. You have to wear a safety harness for demo scale and progress mining shield, which is absorbs heat anyway, not energy but heat. You have to wear the miner uniform, which yeah. No, I'm good.
Find the emergency supplies?
That sounds like it right here.
Damn it. Good to hear it. No sense in you running around half naked. It's distracting. For the droids. Look, there may be some survey gear and a safety harness inside the crate, too. The miners wear them when staking claims on the asteroids. The survey gear is designed to spot and protect you against sonic mines, and the safety harness can be helpful if you try to disarm them. Yeah, it's like a military-issue energy shield, except it's designed to protect the miners against lasers and heat. Should work against the droid mining lasers. It won't last forever, and certainly not against multiple laser hits. But it may buy you some time if you get ambushed by a battalion of droids. Just one more thing. I've narrowed down some of the ID signals.
And if the numbers are right, you're sharing those tunnels with a battalion of mining droids.
I can handle it.
There's gotta be some central controller down there. See if you can find a terminal by the main access shaft. That'd be governing intelligence.
So cervical awareness. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with this for now.
Watch where you step. I'm picking up a lot of sonic mines down there. Don't run unless you have to. It makes them harder to spot. If you have any skill with demolition, if you have survey gear or a safety...
No. Let me deal with this. By the way, there was mines down there. Oh. Oh. But it's like, wait a second, why can't I pick this up? Oh, I don't have 10. Don't have 10. Boo. I don't really need this belt for a while, actually. Because, I mean, let's face it. Do I really need force resist when I find mining droids? I mean, let's be logical about this, shall we? But yeah, the game's still trying to give us tutorials. Did you know about mines? It's like we already dealt with mines during the tutorial. By the way, repair parts. Look how many we have. Holy crap. So here's the thing. You have your basic, you know, your optimize, engage, right? Then you have your disable to allow you to move by it. Which basically, technically, you could do that. You can sneak up on droids and disable them. Which is fun. Or you could technically pull out some, what would be, Fallout 3, 4 bullshit. You can sneak up and set the thing to detonate. Or you could set to explode and enter everyone in formula range. It's like, what do I really want to do? I think I'm just gonna toss my repair parts at it and call it good. Not sure which one the most best. Probably repairing the droid and then blowing up the droid. But that seems like a stupid thing to do. Your weapon's optimized. Yeah, we don't really have the force to be using things as much as we did, sadly. Also, yeah, that's a bit out of time. Sorry, I'm struggling with combat. Don't know why. Like, I can't actually get close enough to the droid. And it can't actually get... Wow. Well, that's broken. Close enough to attack the droid. And it can't actually get close enough to attack me. Okay. And that's not problematic at all. Go on, force chip. Alright, I don't know. Oh, this. Nope. So, yeah, the problem is how much force points do I have? Not nearly enough. That's also the problem, though. Unlike, say, KOTOR 1, where we could just use dark side points willy-nilly, we don't have nearly enough points. Also, I want to point out the fact that, yeah, we still can't really upgrade our skills. Because we don't. Because, yeah, we're not leveled up high enough yet. Wait, I'm not. Oh yeah, I'm only level 3. I was gonna say, wait, I can't get any level 4 things yet? Because we're not level 4 yet. We can get classic stealth, dual strike, which I probably am gonna want. Toughness though. Can't go wrong with toughness or conditioning. Force armor, no. Yeah, I forgot about the research by armor things. The problem though is I'm not actually wearing armor, so I could technically take them. But yeah, we have... what is it? Force choke anyone. Where is force crush? Crush. Mind trick. Mind trick won't be terrible. Yeah, Force Scream, I don't think Force Scream really works on droids. Well, it doesn't actually say now, does it? Force Deflection. Yeah, this power is always active, so you just reflect flash approach without even using a lightsaber. Actually, where the hell is Force Crush, though? Huh. I guess Force Crush isn't a thing yet. Yeah, I've seen the power, so maybe it's one of those powers that we gain later on. Slow. Maybe we could get slow if we really want to, but I'm thinking we get Mind Trick. It's not the same as a Fat Mind, though. I could get slow or something next time. Yeah, I probably gave myself too many stats early on, and yeah. Bring those astral mining shields. Yes, those are astral mining shields. I'd rather have those than these Fracas mining shields. I mean, energy shields instead of mining shields. Also, welcome to... yeah. Ballistic shielding. That's against physical stuff. Which isn't bad, you know. But there's entirely too many upgrade options as compared to... I forget if you can remove them from things in this. Because you know, in KOTOR 1 there was just the usual 1, 2. For both slots and we're done. This one, was a lot more. Oh, so I got to the rim. And that's...
Hey, watch out. That explosion has superheated the tunnels ahead. That steam will cook the skin off your bones. If you can find a mining energy shield, switch it on. It should protect you against the heat if you move quickly enough.
Oh shit, that's what's right. I can use burst of speed now, can't I? Shice, that's right. Oh, that gives me use for that. Oh, doesn't. Boop. There we go. Oh god. No. No. Where was it? No, god, no. Pitch of Flowers isn't bad, but that's speed blur. Do not. Oh, Jesus. Well, that was abrupt. It's like I just did that. It's like the game closed and poofed back up. It's like, okay. Let's never do that again. Oh no. Okay, wait, we showed the bad one right. We're good, we're good. Yeah, and by the way, there won't be any fragments now and here because that would be stupid. We are in an asteroid. So a reminder, how much does that cost? Trying. So we're using 17 because we have just a bit dark side. Just a bit. But yeah, 17. We don't have nearly enough force to be able to just spam that willy-nilly. Or force scream. 22. Okay, well can I actually force scream at a droid? No, I can't scream at a droid. That makes me sad. Because I wanted to scream at the droid and be like, rawr. I mean, Star Wars The Republic lets me scream at a droid. Are you being complicated? Yes, you are. Okay, there's to stop that. It's weird. The only thing is the droid also can't hit me, so... So I guess it has its advantages. Do I want to go that way? Or do I like how my freaking camera's up and down is a bit irritating when I'm trying to change just my view. Boop. Maybe I should have been Jack Counselor. Maybe I should have. Now, if I give myself the counter traits, I should be fine. Because, I mean, a reminder. Force focus. To the div. As plus 2 to the difficulty class for all saving throws against him. Oh, I thought it gave me more regeneration or something. I don't know why I had good force powers. I had magenta crystals that gave me force regeneration too. Well, sucks about that. Gonna have to figure out something to do about force. But I'm supposed to be a Jet Guard. Force is secondary.
You're getting close to something big. I think it's the main ventilation shaft. If so, the central droid controller should be somewhere nearby. Keep an eye out for it. I'm picking up a lot of droids. If you still have a mining energy shield, I'd equip it and switch it on.
I sort of wish I had the ability to, you know, force, destroy droid, but, oh well. Sensor power sound.
Sensor? It must be maintenance drones. Watch out. Those little pests will try to repair the mining droids if you don't gun them down first. Still, it's odd they're still active after the explosion. They don't have the same shielding as the mining droids. Be careful of those droids. I don't like this.
Okay. Like we could turn off the device, or we could just keep. So let's just go. Oh yeah, I keep trying to, you know, force sleep. But then I remember that I can't. We won't be getting a lightsaber until, well, I have a mod that makes it easier, so I don't have to go looking for. Because that's one of the tedious things. It spent you like a third, or at least a third or a fourth of the game building your lightsaber. When technically you could just, you know, find probably a lightsaber from an enemy, Dark Jedi or something, and use that, but still. What we have? Why we has? Okay. Boop. Direct command functions. And out choices the right mining protocols. Well, here's the thing. Be essentially running to mine some doors. Yeah, sure, why not? Open doors. Boop. Yay. Stop mining punches on our cannons. Add overcharge to the mining protocols. Sure, why not? Direct commands. Raise the temperature in the blind thermal temperatures. Oh. Well... Nah. Access field containment function. Shut down the containment fields. Oh, an unidentified hologram.
Everybody here?
What's up, Kurta? We're supposed to be sinking fuel siphons into the 3218 asteroid shelf right now.
Forget the siphons. You know that survivor they pulled from the freighter? One of the miners said they served with her on Malachor 5.
Malachor 5? So she's one of the survivors. Or worse, a Mandalorian. So what?
Not a survivor, idiot. She's one of the Jedi from Malachor 5.
If she's one of the Jedi, hell, we can't have her walking around here. Well, I don't know what she'll do.
I thought all the Jedi were wiped out in the Civil War, weren't they?
Guess they missed one. But it gets better. I did some checking, and that bounty on Nar Shaddaa is still live.
What? You want to sell the Jedi to the exchange? Kurta, have you been chewing spice?
Look, you know how big that bounty is? That Jedi's our ticket off this rock.
Gorda, there's no way the officers will go for that. They'll lock us up for sure.
Then we'll improvise.
Don't take care to leave the record of this camera being played. It's not necessarily the work records. Well, let's see how this goes. I told you to stop mining organics. Using flurry. Also, I like our flurries ability now. It's no longer just purple. Now remember how it was best we use purple attacks. Purple attacks were fun. But it's no longer purple attacks. The power attack was just do a flip. Do a flip with Matt with additional benefits. I thought I turned you guys off. Oh. Boop. Yeah, it's no longer just a flip, it's more like a leap. And then a slide. Like. As far as I don't know where I'm going. Okay, I guess we have numerous animations for it now, instead of just one or two. Interesting. Oh, so we should probably level up again. Cause hey, we leveled up again. Which explains why those 30 levels instead of just trying. If we're gonna level up this fast. Dice went down all over again. Oh, wait, that's right. I believe Icewind Dale technically was done by... Was it Obsidian that did Icewind Dale? Because Bioware kept trading off things to them. Yet they used basically the same engines. And this here is by Obsidian and not Bioware. So... that explains why we're leveling up faster than the original. Anyway, let's see, what do I want to put points into? Strength, probably. Skills. Can I actually increase my skills? Yes, I can. Well, you know what that means. Yay! Powers. What do I want for powers? I didn't gain any feats, did I? That's unfortunate. Slow. Slow is probably not bad. Yeah, I'm probably giving myself too many force powers at the start. Oh, man. Just means I have more force powers at the end. Is this the way I'm supposed to be going? I mean, look at the map. It's like, I guess this is the way I'm supposed to be going, or that way. It's questionable which way is the actual way to go. If this goes this way, this could also just be leading to loot. See, like, for example, I just led to a corpse with an energy shield. A basic ionic edge, which is what melee weapon, I believe. Cardio regulator. Yeah, because remember what cardio regulator is. It improves your fortitude. Which is nice and all, but how's my fortitude? My fortitude's fine. How's my will? My will is pretty low, honestly. For having that high wisdom, it's pretty low. That way could potentially be a way. So, wait, is that the only potential way? It might just be the only potential way. Okay. Well, let's head back. Also save. Also press the C, because that's the thing we can do now. You know.
Yeah. Picking up some strange readings. What are you doing down there?
Just remove your detectors, Fahrenheit.
The containment fields in the mining tunnels are shutting down. You need to get out of there before they vent fuel to the surface of the asteroid through the tunnels.
Nah, how much time do I have?
I may be able to keep it contained until you get the turbo lift to the fuel depot, but not for much longer. I'm locking down the turbo lift to the administration section now to keep the blast from spreading. If you've got anything left to do down there, make it quick, because where you are is going to get real hot. Real soon.
Well, let's go deal with droids. Boop. Oh yeah, by the way, we can now just use... So we can use destroy droid basically on mines now. Because, you know, they figured that the ability to use... Since it's technically a machine, they figured being able to do that instead of having to have points of demolitions makes more sense. Because that was the problem with KOTOR. Like, I ran into that. Where it's like, oh, well, here's a mine. And you don't put any points of demolitions. You can't do anything about it. Except walk on it. Because there was no disabled mine, there was no recovery mine. You just saw the mine there, and you're like, oh, I can't do anything about it. So I guess it makes sense for them to add that ability to, you know, deal with that. Also, there's the fact that, like, for example, Sounders. things are you can use a mine on, like so. I should use the mine. And thanks for clicking off screen, man. And I didn't break anything. Because bashing can break things now. But you can use mines to open things now too. Just in case if you don't have high enough storage. What's that? They want to give people options to solve things. Instead of requiring. Because let's face it, you might now have a bunch of demolitions. Which is understandable because you're a Jedi. Anyway, time to get on with this one. Boop. Oh, explosions. And a body. I think that's the Nathan's guy.
Greeting. It is a pleasure to see you alive, Master, provided my receptors are not off focus. How may I be of assistance?
So where are you?
Proud answer. I am an HK series protocol droid, Master, skilled in transorganic relations and communications. This mod has been responsible for the facilitation of communications and termination of hostilities across the galaxy. I am fluent in over 6,000 forms of communication and am also capable of nuances of expression ranging from irony to veiled threats.
Veiled threats?
Clarification. Oh, yes, Master. Sometimes the facilitation of communications and termination of hostilities requires the use of every weapon in one's verbal arsenal. The unspoken threat of violence to a listener's loved ones, or if possible, their entire planet, can effectively break the deadlock in the most stubborn of negotiations.
Oh, there you go. So what are you doing here?
Irritated explanation. That question has been looping through my query module with alarming frequency, Master, and no satisfactory answer has been forthcoming. As a result, I have chosen instead to turn my efforts to answering the question as to how I may depart this drifting disaster area as quickly as possible.
Why have you determined?
Answer. It is only a matter of time before a ship or freighter docks with the Paragus facility. When that occurs, we shall depart this place forever.
Why not said you come with me?
Placating retraction. Oh, of course, Master. Please excuse my choice of words. I did not mean to imply that you would have no choice in the matter.
Well,
Of course, Master. How may I be of assistance?
so, how do you know me?
Answer. I am a survivor of the Harbinger, just as you were, Master. With the unexpected termination of my previous Master, you are the only organic which I may now serve.
So, who was your previous master?
Answer. The captain of the Harbinger, Master. I was in transit to Telos to facilitate communications and terminate hostilities. However, we did not arrive at our intended destination.
So what happened?
Irritated answer. Oh, Master, it is such a long, dull story, and not terribly relevant to our current situation.
Well, why don't you tell me?
Hesitant explanation. That has been the subject of considerable discussion since our arrival here, Master. Many have attempted to claim you and this unit as salvage. I was crudely interrogated concerning our brief history together on board the Harbinger, before its communications, weapons, and engines suffered the cascade failure that disabled the ship.
So how am I to remember?
Speculation. It is possible you were incapacitated and locked in the well-shielded cargo compartment as the Harbinger was being systematically crippled, Master. Clarification. Yes, Master. No doubt the flurry of destruction on board the Harbinger somehow drugged you into a stupor from which you could not awaken. Most curious.
What do you mean drug?
Placation. Merely a turn of phrase, Master. The implication that your state was due to the result of ingesting large quantities of Juma juice was unintentional. I meant to communicate only that you were somehow rendered unconscious before you were locked securely in the cargo hold.
Did you do this?
Clarification. By locked, I meant sealed, Master. My vocabulator seems to be malfunctioning.
Okay, so what happened?
Recitation. Following the unusual set of coincidences that led to the cascade failure in the Harbinger's systems, we were boarded by a small freighter with unknown ID codes. It appeared that this freighter had been attacked, and the captain wanted to study it. This freighter appeared to be still spaceworthy. Your cargo compartment was breached, and you were taken on board the freighter shortly before the Harbinger's systems began to go critical. I, too, managed to board the freighter before the Harbinger's destruction. We were most fortunate to have survived, Master.
No idea what happened.
Evaluation. Master, I do not know. Judging from the damage, it had been attacked by a much larger vessel. And when it attempted to escape the Harbinger with you on board, it was fired on again. Addendum. It does seem odd that such a small vessel has a high probability of attracting the attention of much larger vessels. Not a welcome trait in a freighter, to be sure.
Oh, true.
Explanation? I believe it was a smuggler's vessel by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Speculation. As to its purpose, I do not know. Perhaps it was always its intention to play dead, then kidnap you off the Harbinger and rob me of my bounty.
I'm sorry, bounty.
Clarification. By bounty, I refer to your life, Master. It would pain me to see you damaged in any way. That is why the arrival of this Ebon Hawk caused me considerable distress.
And then Ebon Hawk.
Apology. My memory core cannot provide a clear answer on that point, Master. Suffice to say that once we arrived at this floating rock, our situation became much clearer.
Oh, how so?
Explanation. Despite my market value, Master, the miners were far more interested in you. It did not take long for me to ascertain the reason for this. While an HK protocol droid is a valuable piece of property, Jedi are worth much more in certain exclusive markets across the galaxy. Painful admission. I must confess to feelings of inferiority at the speculated difference between my value and the price for your capture. I was forced to remind myself it was not due to a failing of my model or function, but because you were a Jedi.
Did they find out I was a Jedi?
Surprised answer. Why, I told them, Master. You are the exiled Jedi who served with Revan in the Mandalorian Wars, are you not? I hope all that has happened has not been the result of a miscommunication. If so, then the problem lies with the core word databases, which are notoriously spotty.
Not for sure I've been any coward. Sorry, Jedi.
Indignant exclamation. Master, I am only a protocol droid, but it is part of my function to know such information and relay it to any interested parties in the interests of terminating any potential hostiles.
Potential hostiles?
Quick clarification. Apparently my vocabulator has suffered some damage, Master. I meant terminating any potential hostilities.
Uh-huh. So...
Answer. All that has happened has been because they believe you to be a Jedi, Master. They debated what to do with you as you lay unconscious in the medical bay. One group seemed intent on selling you as property. The other group opposed this.
Well, then what happened?
3 standard hours after the division between the miners became apparent, accidents began to occur throughout the facility. A result of improper maintenance, I believe. These accidents coincided with the degradation of the mining droid behavioral cores. Crude models are prone to such failures, resulting in murderous rampages. The mortality rate of organics in the facility rose quickly.
This guy 50's such a dick. So anyway, so after the rest of the miners...
Many miners began to join you in the medical bay as a cascade of flawlessly timed detonations occurred in isolated gas pockets in the lower levels of the facility. The explosions herded the miners into emergency sections of the station, quickly and efficiently cutting them off from communications and facility control. But sadly enough, not the ventilation systems. You see, the explosions had damaged specific sections of this facility's ventilation systems, causing a slow, lethal buildup of toxic fumes in the dormitory level.
Are you responsible for any of that?
Defensive answer. Master, I am a protocol droid, not a well-crafted assassination droid of unrivaled sophistication. To have carried out the actions that took place here would have required an unusual set of skills. It is highly unlikely I possess the knowledge of how to reprogram the memory cores of base worker-class droids into killing machines, let alone to terminate the organics at this facility, utilizing only Aerotech 500 series laser mining drills and explosives fashioned from proton missile cores.
Yeah, I think...
Admission. I cannot and will not attempt to change your mind, Master. I would urge you to consider that your KOTOR tank treatments may have caused some disorientation.
How's that? Yeah, did you know who did that?
Conjecture. The administration of a large dose of sedatives over a short period of time would likely prove fatal to miners, although not to a Jedi. For a Jedi, it would simply render them unconscious for ease of transport. Quite inventive.
Is that pride of hearing voice?
Answer. I was merely commenting on the idea itself, Master, not the execution of the idea. Though that, too, was inventive. Besides, Master, those miners intended to murder you, or worse. Any complaints they would have at being murdered would be the highest form of hypocrisy. Of course. Hesitant answer. A T3 utility droid would be a common sight in this facility. It is indeed curious that I have not seen many since my arrival. However, I feel I must inform you that, droid prejudice aside, T3 models exhibit excessive individualism when not routinely memory wiped. This individualism can become such a nuisance that even a droid such as myself is tempted to reduce them to their base components, if not crush them into slag. But enough of my seemingly irrelevant tangent. Where did you leave the droid, Master? That would logically be the best place to look.
Near the hangar.
Answer. Then that would explain why such a T3 unit isn't here, Master. I believe my photoreceptors are functioning adequately enough to verify that. Of course, Master. How may I be of assistance?
So, looking for way into the book.
Pitying answer. Oh, that is unfortunate, Master. The hangar is sealed behind a containment field. It would be impossible to open it. Answer. Only the Paragus administration officer would have such codes, Master. If he hasn't already been murdered in an unfortunate accident, then he is trapped in the dormitory section, which has been effectively cut off from the facility by explosives. Theory. You could walk across the surface of the asteroid to the dormitory airlock, but such a route would be extremely hazardous, and I do not wish to see you damaged.
Yeah, I want to go to the mountain. I want to go to dispose of them and leave this wrong.
Warning, Master. Continued exploration of this facility may place you in unnecessary danger. I encourage you to return to the medical bay and wait for retrieval from a vessel that is no doubt on the way, even as we continue this pointless conversation.
Yeah.
Weary resignation. Very well, Master, but there is very little that I can do. You see, the airlock is sealed by a code.
Alright, so how to get the code to the mountain?
Correction. Oh, I already possess the code, Master, but I am afraid that it will do you no good. Condescending explanation. Master, the console governing the droid maintenance area and the airlock is voice-printed musing. In the last days of his life, the maintenance officer was quite careful about voice protocols, bordering on paranoid obsession. Conjecture. I suspect once he realized something was wrong in the facility, he voice-locked the droid bay functions. A prudent measure, but in the end, he met the same fate as the rest of the organics.
But you don't.
Condescending explanation. Oh, yes, Master. The code is Maintenance Control Voice Print ID R1B5. But unless the maintenance officer speaks the code, it is useless.
Wow.
Answer. Master, you cannot. You are trapped here just as I am. There is nothing to do, except patiently wait for whatever the future has in store for us.
Well, more questions.
Of course.
So here's a question.
Answer. That is all that remains of the maintenance officer, Master. At the end, he was quite incoherent from the pain, and attempts to facilitate communications with him proved useless. I heard his dying screams as the droids he tended turned on him, mining him like a piece of asteroid rock.
Don't want to say any.
Recitation? Oh, yes, Master. The record of his last moments were...
5 droids, burning through the outer door. They're forcing their way into the bay. Please, someone that... Oh no, they're through! Oh, my leg! They're burning through my leg! Oh, stop! Stop, please!
Addendum. His remaining attempts at communication are variations in decibel, Master, ranging from frenzied screams to gibbering inarticulate attempts to beg for his life. Objection. Master, to commit such an act would be in violation of the ethics programming most droids are believed to possess. I am afraid there is nothing that can be done. Proud answer. Master, I believe my vocabulator is working adequately enough to accommodate your request. A recitation.
Maintenance Control Voice Print ID R1B5.
There. Was that sufficient, Master?
Now the question is, where do we go? Because I think we outsmarted him, but anyway, where do I actually go? Because we have that right there, which is, you know, showed off now.
Greeting. It is a pleasure to see you in...
Lots of broken droids. And hey, is that what I think it is? And that's what I think it is. Ooh, Sonic imprints. With Parkour droids halfway finished working on the Sonic imprint sensors that would sell them in the Mind Droids. by locking up the virtual hero with our minds from using spirit to record and play bad voices to so we can use the workbench to upgrade items. Yay. So here's the thing. What do I have for upgradable items? Apparently my electromesh robe is upgradable, even though it doesn't say that. Miner uniform's upgradable. So technically you can make it better. You toss an underlay or on it or overlay. Apparently I can't toss that on it. Okay. And then there's a pair of knight armor, which we could, you know, we could toss the overlay on it. But let's not do that. Then there's a electromesh battle robe, which I could toss this onto. Yay, assemble. And if I wanted to, I could switch back. Okay, good. So I can remove it if I want to. I can upgrade my swords. Well, that's lovely. I can upgrade all those things. Well, let's see what we have. We have a basic Iron Knight Edge, which is good against droids, which means it would be good for this section. But I don't really care about doing that, so meh. Oh, so lightsabers. So what can I do with this lightsaber, for example? So that's the power crystals, right? And then there's lens, emitter, energy cells. And then crystals. We got crystals. We're good on crystals. Western blaster pistols. Which we need a power pack, we need a firing chamber, and a targeting. We don't have any of those. Okay. So, basically, we only had one thing for the armor, sadly. But we do have...
Greeting! It is a pleasure to see you in... Greeting.
Play back that's options, that's words.
Recitation? Oh, yes, Master. The...
5 droids.
Addendum. Objection.
Persuade.
Proud answer. A recitation.
Maintenance control voice printer.
There.
Yes, I think that's...
Confused query. I am sorry, Master. Were you speaking to yourself?
Oh, thanks, guy.
Greeting. It is a pleasure to see you.
Hi.
Intact, Master.
I don't have an ad. I want to point out that I don't have an antidote. Nope, don't have an antidote kit. Boop. Well, that's unfortunate, because how exactly am I going to deal with this? Am I even going to deal with this? Okay, well, it's gone. I guess awareness, but still, awareness is pretty And then, of course, there's a containment field, which we can't go through. So, this place here was entirely too long, by the way. I mean, I still prefer Terrace over. Terrace at least had people, mostly racist on the upper levels, but still. It had people. And you could talk to the people. And there was stuff going on. This, though, it's... yeah, it's very... it's very, you know, straightforward. But yet not straightforward. It's like a confusing straightforward, because there's like stuff that... yeah, I know how to... bad stores. Seriously? You know what's amusing though? Is I didn't have to have a back door. Like I could have literally just security this door. Okay, fine. Security failure. You missed the door, man. Okay, door. Apparently this door just says door force. There it goes. That's how we just missed. Yeah. But I said this place is just entirely, it's like, it's long enough to be tedious. And there's not really, but yeah, it's also confused because there's like newer paths that aren't the right path. But yet you could do things out of order to advance if you knew what you were doing. Yeah, it's just a bit odd. No way I should just do that. Ow, face blowing mind. So what's this door? This door's just locked. Just locked, you know. And nothing in here. Somehow I doubt that. It's probably one of those problem-solving lines. Okay, so here's a turbo left, which heads back up though. Okay. What's in here? Chemicals, reflex package, parts. Things I don't really need a reflex package. I mean, City plus reflex isn't terrible, but this is better. Oh, I didn't even think about using the workbench to make things. I forgot about that. So here's the thing. By the way, you could just destroy the console to get through. I know, right? Current match the console says sedative is. Order was given from the terminal to emergency for the emergency lockdown to replace new procedure. Orders provided. Patch on the guise of issuing emergency treatment. For more appearance, 2 cameras from the medical bay will link to this terminal. Then launch it to place. The camera to the morgue and the camera in the room with the KOTOR tanks. The journal of who issued these commands, but who issued the command had it have for us at the terminal. Access maintenance office.
Finished the sonic imprint sensor prototype for the mining droids. Everyone knows they need an upgrade. The sensor should allow me to issue voice commands to them rather than manually adjusting their routine each time the mining specifications change. I've been keeping the sensor in the maintenance workshop for the time being. I wanted to test it first by recording and playing back some simple voice commands. Finished my examination of the droids from the Ebonhawk freighter. The T3 unit looked like it had shut itself down. The protocol droid, however, made up for it. It talked my ear off for most of the hour, asking questions about the facility, the personnel, and so on. Still, it wanted to make itself useful, so I put it to work until its master wakes up from the med bay. It seems to have some skills in speaking to droid behavior cores, so there's been some trouble with some of the mining droids, so I'm signing off.
Yeah, you didn't think that was a bad idea.
Been speaking to the protocol droid about the Jedi in med bay. I thought they'd all gone away or been killed in the Jedi Civil War. The droid told me that his master is the only Jedi he knows of in all the galaxy, and that the Jedi had served in the Mandalorian Wars almost 10 years ago. That would have meant that the Jedi served under Revan for a time.
So
that can't be good. Everyone knows that all the Jedi who followed Revan fell to the dark side.
Okay, so after the Mandalorian Wars, there was at least, what, 2-3 years? And then the events of KOTOR, so it's been at least 5 to 6 more years afterwards.
Been too busy to enter a log for a while. There's been more and more accidents since that Jedi arrived. The miners are starting to get restless, especially Korta. Korta said the exchange is offering a huge bounty on Jedi Knights and that we can make a fortune if we sell the Jedi to Nar Shaddaa. Security shut down that idea pretty quick. But I don't think Korta and his men are gonna give up that easy. I mentioned the trouble to the Jedi's protocol droid, and he seemed concerned about his master's safety. I told the droid not to worry. The Korta wouldn't...
And then something happened. Or not.
The maintenance check on the droids didn't help. If anything, the accidents have increased. Security interrogated me about the droids and they weren't too happy with my answers. I don't understand it, though. These aren't combat models. They shouldn't even know how to attack. I can't help but think, what if somebody staged the initial trouble with the mining droids just to get them all sent to maintenance, and then did something to them? I think security's right. Someone's trying to sabotage this facility and they're using the droids to do it. But why?
Because.
When the dock officer reported the droids repairing the Ebonhawk, I installed a voice print ID on the droid console system. Someone ordered them to repair that freighter, but I can't find a trace of the order anywhere. If anyone tries that again, they won't be able to do it from this terminal unless I let them. The voice print should cut any user off from the central functions unless I give the code.
So, the code, by the way. You could use the silent sensor, or you could just destroy the console to get rid of it, by the way. Station register, comes inoperable. Cameras. Still doing that. Oh, there's a damaged T3 unit dumped at the fill line. Maybe you're missing T3 unit. Or some metal case. So anyway.
Maintenance control, voice print ID, R1B5.
People for droid console. Open door to unlock the maintenance sharp's override. So hey, we did that. So here's the thing we could do, by the way. We could just go back up, though. It's like, why would I want to go back up? Yeah, now we're back uphill. Like, why would I want to come back uphill?
Glad you survived the tunnels. Find anything when you were down there?
I guess we could talk to
Found anything?
I already dealt with that. So, I'm talking to Pro.
Yeah? Did you blow it up?
No, it's half out.
Yeah, well, watch your back. Droids can't be trusted.
Why won't you just Mandalorian? You can.
Look, I could have let you rot in those mining tunnels, and all I get from you is back talk. You know what? I don't trust you. For all I know, you could have caused all this trouble. In fact, you did just by being a Jedi. So before you start accusing me of anything, Jedi, maybe you better take a look at what you've done. So they are still alive. But the dormitory comm isn't picking up anything. Is there any way to get to them?
Well, yeah. But you can't let me to us. It's dead,
There's ways to beat voice prints, though. If you can get samples of his voice and the right words. You know, I overheard the maintenance officer getting chewed out by the security officer. You might want to check the security office on this level and see if there's any voice samples stored in the logs. And maybe there's samples of the code in the maintenance officer's holologs, if you can find a way to record them. That's a start. See if you can find any recordings where the maintenance officer is speaking, and try to piece together the words to unlock the voice print.
Oop, okay, that freaked out with it. Okay, so here's the thing, by the way. There is, this passage right here. See, this is a passage. We haven't gone this way yet. I damaged mining droids. This, by the way, huge. Oh, I forgot I could scavenge the thing for spare components. I forgot about doing that. And then blowing them up. Forgot about that. Oh well. Gotta go fast.
Glad you survived the tunnels. Find anything when you were down there?
We already had this conversation. Now repeating myself. Oh, it's a high droid. So now you could scavenge the droid. And then blow it up. Of course you don't lose the dark side because it was just a droid and the game doesn't care about droids. Anyway. So this over here, by the way. This airlock going opening the ship docks with the facility. Take note of that. So hell, I think I'm probably going to end the video and leave off here. And next time we will go through the airlock door. Cause that's a thing. That's totally a thing we can do. Not that I really want to, but yeah. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all, and have a nice day.